Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Let's see, who do we have on already? Michelle. Good morning, Michelle. How are you? My light is too bright, you guys. Let me turn this down. Okay, I think that's a little better. Okay, so good morning and welcome to Miriam's Manor. Thank you guys for hopping on and joining me this morning again for another impromptu live session. So I just want to let you guys know today will probably be the last live. Well, not probably, probably for sure be the last live for this week because I'm going to be wrapping up this project. So I will be taking down my current Christmas village next week. And after that, I'm going to begin building my new village. So I will go live again in the mornings then when I have some more stuff that I'm just going to be working on. So today I am going to be adding ripples to this base that we have been working on all week. Now you can see that the waterfall has almost completely dried. It is not 100% dry yet. You can still see some glue that is still a little white underneath along this way, but it is a lot more dry than it was yesterday. And you can get a really good look of how things are turning out. So this is a look from the front. And I will tilt it this way for you. So it's really beginning to shape up, and I'm really excited because this piece, the lake, will be completely done today. So before we get started, I'm going to hop over to your comments, see who's on already this morning. And I want to get started about 8:05. I want to give everybody at least 5 minutes to hop on before I get started because this project won't take long at all. So I really want to make sure that give everybody enough time to hop on. So good morning, Michelle and Rebecca and Diamita. Michelle says, so can you show us today quickly before you take it down? Oh, my village. Yeah, let me see. Let me move that out of the way. Now, I did take some things down already because, first of all, this backdrop was behind there, but I did take it down so that I can use it for my staging. This is where I've been staging all my Etsy stuff. So that's down. And I have borrowed some of the stuff for this village for my staging. Trying to. There we go. It's hard for me to navigate this with my laptop and show you guys, but this is it. I am also doing shorts on these every Monday and Wednesday so far this week. So I am doing short videos of each individual section so that you can see just that section or a particular building more up close and personal. So I will continue to do that for the rest of the village. I still have to take shorts for the back half of the village. I've done the entire front. So if you go to my YouTube and just click under shorts, you'll see all of those in there that will really be able to give you a quick up close and personal view. And I also did do a Christmas village tour I didn't release it until like February though, so I know some of you missed it. I know a lot of you missed it because I released it so late. But there is a full tour of my village, and I believe it's titled 2023 Christmas Village Dreamy Falls. So you can find that on there as well. Let's see. Nez says good morning. Good morning. And Rose Boyd says good morning. And Mandy Crowfoot says good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I don't recognize any of your guys' names. Are you new to my channel or is this just your first time commenting? Um, you are welcome, Michelle. And Rebecca says, can you do a tutorial sometime on railings for stairs? Very pretty village. The waterfall lake is my favorite part. Thank you so much. This year, maybe I can do that for a members only video because I know for sure this year, the only videos I'm going to be doing is work that I'm already doing on my village anyway. I'm not making content just to make content. And for my members, you guys are very much aware of the reasons why. So I will be, if I do that, Rebecca, I'll do it on a members video, but not for just everybody. I'll I'll be releasing content as I am able for my channel, just because of the time constraints that I have during this season right now. Michelle says, nice. I have such a hard time building up. You know, there's a lot, I've shown a lot of different ways on how to build up if any of those are helpful. If you are looking for a super easy way to build up, I don't know if you remember the facade walls that I showed you guys how to make. Just gluing a flat piece, like a 1 inch piece of styrofoam to some cardboard and carving out that 1 inch, some rock formations and painting it. If you make a flat piece like that and you have a bunch of books that you can stack up, and then you can hide the books with a rock wall. So that way it doesn't look like, um, it looks like it's natural and like you have a really nice rock wall backdrop instead of books, or instead of, if you want a more elevated look, from just a snow blanket. Or you can just use a bunch of styrofoam. That can get expensive to build up layers, to add, to make your base itself like 6 inches tall. So that's a very affordable way of doing it, is creating a rock wall. Or moss is really cheap. Put some cardboard up in front of the boxes, glue a ton of moss to the front of it. Nobody would ever know the difference if you're going for like a greener look in your village. Nancy says, good morning. Mandy Crowfoot says, no, I was a member. I'm in the UK. Oh, well, thanks, Mandy, for the time that you were. Rose says, first time commenting, been watching for 2 years. Well, thanks for saying hello. I appreciate that. Oh, that was this one. Let's see. Rebecca says, cool. That would be great. Rach says, hello, Miriam and M&M chat. I hope you all are well today. Thank you. I am. And good morning. And Danette says, good morning, everyone. Thank you so very much for your help, Miriam. I will be starting my village this week also. Yay, that's so much fun. So let's see. Let's check the time. We are good to go ahead and get started. Oh, and that was perfect because we had about 10 more people join us from there. So I want to show you guys a little sample piece that I made of the ripples. Now I made it on my silicone mat, so that way I would be able to lift it up. But I'm going to put this little sample piece on the base and see how I like it. The reason I put this sample piece on the base is because I was wanting to see how it looked to try something new for the ripples, because I added this woodland scenic snowflakes to the ripples. I wanted to do that to see if it would give me that effect of like the frothy water that I like, because when I make these ripples, I always add paint to them after the fact to really give it that like frothy look at the ends of the um, ripple. But I wanted to see if I added it to the ripple while it was still wet. Number one, would the snow still remain? And would it give me the look that I'm looking for? So this is what it looks like. And I don't know if I like it or not. I do like it. I don't know if I like it better than the paint. That's what I'm having a hard time deciding. I'm not sure. So I'm going to go ahead and just start adding the ripples, and then I'll make up my mind once we get to that point. So today I am going to be using water ripples. This is a Woodland Scenics product. It is super easy to use. I typically have two brushes handy when I go to use this product, because one is to apply, and then I like a more drier one to push and spread. So I definitely like a more flat brush for this application. So I've got these two that I will be using for that. And then I do have a thinner brush that I will be applying paint to the waterfall to make it look like the water is also kind of frothing as it's going down. Okay, and I think this brush is more sturdy, so I'm going to save that for this one's going to be my pusher because it's a lot more sturdy than this one. And this product, you can see the consistency of it there. I'll turn it upside down so you can see it's not runny, but it is a liquidy product, but it won't just like take off on you. So, oh man, I got my snow on this. I'm gonna wipe that off first. There we go. Okay. So for me, I like to do this. I'm trying to see which angle would be the best for you guys. I think I'm gonna just go with that. When I'm applying this product, I don't like to have my ripples just go straight across. I like to have it done in an arch. So I always arch it out until I get to the very end. And I try to calculate how far apart I want each wave to be, which for me, I try to usually do at least like minimum of an inch, sometimes an inch and a half to two. So I can probably fit one here, and then my lake kind of is going to start to break apart from there. So then I'll do one in here on this side, and then one in here on this side. And on this one, I am going to go all the way to the end. Okay. All right, so you guys can see I just have it applied there, going around the actual frothy part of this water. And now I am just going to push it out. And by pushing it, I'm going to just start at the front, in the back, excuse me, and then just kind of push it forward a little bit. And I need a little bit more right here. You can see right here where it's the ripple is thicker, but I don't have the same amount of product right here. So I need to add a little bit more to that spot right there. Okay, then I'm just gonna keep pushing it. And same over here on this side. I need to add a little bit more. Well, that was a lot. I'm gonna take some of that off. Okay. Let me see if I can. So in here, it's a little bit more flat against the surface. And then up here, where the wave or the ripple of the wave kind of comes up, it gets thicker towards the tips. If you can see that in the footage. Now, the reason I do it that way is just because that's how I see waves when I am in any lake, ocean, or beach. And the part that is up, that's raised higher towards the end, that's the part that I usually um, put the paint on to make it look like the ends are frothed. So today I have to decide very quickly if I want to try. I'm going to try to add just a little tiny bit of the snow, the Woodland Scenics snowflakes to the, I'll do it on the little corner to see if I like it. And this is going to be applied very sparingly. Like I'm going to put just a teeny tiny amount because a little bit goes a long way. Oh, I think I actually do like it. Oh my gosh, I think I do like it. Can you guys see that okay? I think it's good. I think I'm going to do the rest. Let me check out your comments before we get too far behind. Goneki says, yes, finally seeing you live. Hello and good morning from Amsterdam. Rach says, it looks beautiful. I like that technique. Oh, well, thanks. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it at first, but I think I really love it. Man says, Miriam, may I ask where you get your miniature greenery? Of course. I do have this in a lot in the description box, the links in a lot of my videos, but I order a lot of it from Amazon. Um, and let me make myself a note because I can add some links in the description box of this live stream as soon as we're done. And just give me 1 second so I can write my note and I can remember to do that for you. Add links for Greenery. Now, let me be more specific with your question. Are you asking where I get like my trees for my greenery or my flowers? Because my trees I get from all over the place. Um, I get those from Walmart, Michael's, Amazon. I've made a lot of them. Um, some of the moss that you see is all from Walmart. I just buy their big bag of moss. They have a super big bag of moss that's like $10 that usually takes me through my whole village every year. So if you could be more specific, I'll make sure that I will include the right links that you're looking for. Robin says, love the Woodland Scenics Ripple products. I know, me too. Ganeki says, great to see you in action, Marian. Very helpful. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, and you're welcome. Robin says, have you used Will and Scenics waves? Yes, I have. The problem that I've had with the water waves is several of the times that it's actually gotten to me, it's been completely liquefied. Um, I have used both products and they're interchangeable to me, really. They do the exact same thing. So I don't see the need to buy both. I tend to lean towards the ripples only because every time I've ordered the ripples product, it has arrived in the proper consistency. The waves, two separate occasions, have gotten to me and it's been completely liquefied. And that's annoying when you have a project that you're trying to finish and now you have to wait. Because even when I order it from Amazon on Prime, it still ends up taking like 10 days to get to me. So I don't have time for I don't have time to be waiting for that. Um, let's see. I'm going to go back down because you guys, I've got to get the rest of this little snow back on just the edge of this before this starts to harden and dry. And I am being so careful to only get this on the tips of the wave part that's actually rippling up. I don't want to get this on the part that is flatter against the surface. But I really like the way this is turning out. I like the texture that it gives it instead of just the flatness of the paint. All right, so let's keep moving and get the rest of these ripples added. And now, you guys, I'm just going to work a little bit faster since I've shown you everything. So I am really excited to start my village this year. It's been a long time since I've done a non-green village. um, so I'm really excited. I know that I don't think it's going to pose a problem. It's just I know that I'll need a little bit more material to prepare for that. So much of the way that I do my villages now, I have everything I need. But for this particular village, I know that I don't have enough trees because I need a ton of evergreens for this type of village. And I am completely slipping on my evergreen game in my Christmas village for sure. Um, I'll need to purchase several items, and I definitely am going to need more snow. So I am taking down, I added a little bit too much to this one. So I'm going through and taking off some of the tips in these. They're way too large because obviously the waves are always largest towards the waterfall, and then the waves get smaller as they get closer to shore. So I need this one to be a little bit smaller than this one, but I got a little overzealous here with the product. So I'm going through and taking some of it out so that I keep a little bit more of a natural look. And I'm just lifting it from the top. I'm not touching the bottom of it. I'm just lifting it right off the top where there's just excess. And I'm going to go back through now that that's off and push some of this back again. So I still keep the look that I like. And I'm still working in an arched shape on this. All right, and before this sets and dries again, I'm going to grab a pinch of this snowflake and slowly add it to the tips of these waves. You guys, I am loving it. All right. Since this piece is longer out here, I'm going to go ahead and put one closer up on the shore of this one as well. Does anybody have their village plans already established for the year? Put it in the comment section if you do. I love hearing all about it. What everyone's going to be doing, what they're envisioning for the year. It's always so much fun. All right, you guys, I am nearly done. I'm going to scoop up and wipe away. All right, I think that looks good. I'm going to close this up immediately so that the consistency does not change. Wipe the excess from my brushes back in there. And I keep a cup with me all the time of soapy water so that I can just throw my brushes in there until I get ready to take everything to the sink and wash it out. And that saves me from like my brushes getting hard and then I don't have to stop what I'm doing and interrupt my project. I can just keep working and get it all done. All right. there we have it. Let me give you guys a closer look. So that is what we're looking like right now. Let's see. Robin says, I never thought about using soft flake snow on top of the ripples to act as highlights. Must try this. I think it's a must try, Robin. I love the way that this has turned out. And I will probably do this technique from now on because it also saves on an extra step. I usually have to wait for this to completely dry, which takes a good solid 2 days to dry, and then come back and paint it. I can just get all this done at once and then it's dry, it's done, and I'm done. So I really like that about it. Oh, I still got to do up top too a little bit. Let's see. 118 model car says, does anyone have suggestions for materials for the platform for the mountains in my village? I want to put houses on top of it. What kind of village are you creating? Is it going to be like a true snow village, or is it going to be um, grass, or just paint it out to look like an actual mountain? I have several different suggestions based upon which way you're going. If you want to use just paint and have the paint be your, but still have a good texture to it. Oh, hold on a second, you guys. I forgot I took the charger out when I was showing you guys my village, and my computer is almost dead. So I do recommend using the XPF foam, which is going to be either the pink or the blue or the green foam that you see. You can actually texture that styrofoam if you just want a painted look. You can take like a wire brush and scrape off the top, dust it off, and it'll have like a rough, coarse texture to the styrofoam that you can just paint out, and it looks like um, rock, or even if you want to make your pathways that way. If you want to still again use just nothing but styrofoam, I also love the um, Hot Wire Foam Factory has a, what is it called, you guys? I'm drawing a blank. The I have used it so much in products, and I made some rocks out of it, but you can texture it. It's similar to, like, it's Hot Wire Foam Factory's version of the plaster of Paris, but it it's not as heavy. The plaster of Paris gets super heavy after you apply it and it dries. This product stays super lightweight. And I like the way I can manipulate it better. I can wait till it's almost dry and then go back in with like a nail brush and texture it, and just like take the bristles of the brush and dab it like that. Or if you have a wider paintbrush, you can dab it and create a really natural rock looking texture. I will also add that product to the description box of this video. But I have several videos of all of these different techniques in my playlist. So if you can tell me if you know what style of mountain you want already, I can also add which video I think would be most helpful to you in the description box of this video. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Nancy says, I've done a mountain scene Christmas Village for 15 years. Each year it gets bigger because of you. I'm going to try making my own stream like this year. Oh my gosh, have so much fun with that. That's going to be so awesome. Robin says the bidding has started for this platform now. You are funny. Um, Rebecca says mine is done, but now I'm working on 2025. Thanks to your platform. That is awesome, Rebecca. I love it. Diamita says model cars, when you build your mounting, you can add pieces of flat foam to support your building or carve after the fact and will look like a slot. Miriam has a video. I think it's like 3 years old. You're funny. Yeah, just let me know what style, and that way I know which video to upload for you. Robin says, thanks to a photo from Dee and her trip to Decorator's Warehouse. When we say Dee, we're talking about Diamita. My village this year is totally off to normal design. Robin finally got his inspiration, you guys. A couple of days ago, we were talking about Robin not knowing what he was going to be doing yet for his village. So that's really exciting. He's figured it out. Rose says, Miriam, can you please give you hot wire foam factory rep again? Oh, yes. I need the foam cutter. Her name is Pat, and her number is 443 454 6554. You guys, I have her number memorized. I put that in the comment section for you guys. Where did I leave off? Goneki, am I saying your name right? Goneki. I want to make an Amsterdam canal with skaters. Oh, that's going to be so cute. And it goes out of the city and transforms into ditches and rural landscapes with windmills, etc. Still, people skating never have done water. I have a lot of different videos on my channel where I do water. I do have to say, over the years, I have my more preferred methods now than others. So I will tell you the easiest way for you to waterproof your canals or dams, if you are wanting to carve the water into the base, I would recommend using um, aluminum foil to waterproof. You can always add the plaster on top of that, but the aluminum foil, you have to make sure you don't put any rips in it. Let me say that. If there is a tear in it, it will leak. So make sure you are very gentle when you're applying it, and put a very liberal amount of glue down of like your Mod Podge. Mod Podge is a sealer, you guys. So make sure you're using Mod Podge instead of white glue when you are sealing your lakes and things like that. Then gently lay out the aluminum foil, and then you can paint right on top of that. Now, the aluminum foil will have different ridges and things like that in it. If you don't like that look, from there, add one layer of plaster strips if you want a more smooth finish at the bottom of your lake. And then you will have a completely watertight surface to pour in. Another method that I started doing, I think 2 years ago, that I really like is using these silicone mats. I use these silicone mats, which I did add the link to this in the description box of the live stream we did 2 days ago. You can pour your actual resin onto this and put a border of rock around it or something like that. Pour directly onto the resin mat. You want to get a big enough resin mat because the resin will spread. So you make sure you get a bigger one so it'll just pool wherever you want it and it'll stop eventually. And you can literally lift the resin right off of the silicone mat, and then you can place it wherever you want it to be, and you don't have to go through the process of waterproofing anything. So that takes a lot of time out off of the project, and it takes some stress off of you if you're a person who's never done a lake pour before and you're a little bit nervous about it. um, you can create it on your silicone mat first and then just literally add it wherever you want on your styrofoam base. You can either paint the stream underneath the water, or you can use paper, like construction paper, to color the water if you don't want to mess with painting. So then you just flip the stream over, take an outline on construction paper, cut it out, and then you have your color for your lake underneath. Then you can always switch out colors from season to season. If you want a more greenish hue to your lake, or a more deep blue or light blue, whatever you want, then you're able to switch that out from year to year. Excuse me, really quick. Haven't had enough water yet this morning, and I'm doing a lot of talking. Let's see. Rose says, thank you. You are very welcome. And Ganeki says, thanks so much for the tip. You are welcome. All right, you guys. So I am going to now, where did I put my paint here? I just have regular white paint. And I'm going to add some streaks to the front of this mountain. Now, I do usually do this with a fan brush. That way I can cover more area at once. And I just put paint on the tip of the fan brush. But because I could not find my fan brush, well, not that I couldn't find it, I messed it up last season and I haven't bought another one yet. I'm using a finer head brush instead. And I just have a tiny bit of paint on the tip like that. Actually, I'm even going to wipe a little bit of that off. There we go. And then I'm just going to gently go up only some of the ridges of these of the water. I'm not going to do all of it because I don't want it to um, be overdone. I want some of the clear areas to still show through. But I just want to give this little effect so it makes it pop and it gives it such a great look once it's all completely dry. This waterfall isn't even all the way completely dry yet. There's still a lot of white in it, and it probably will take another day or two before it's completely set and dried. See if I can get you a little bit closer. So you can see where I've added it so far. And I think I am going to add one more towards the end of this here. All right. I'm going to do just two more and then I'm done. Okay. You know what? I'm looking at it through the camera and I see where I need to add one more. Well, I added it, but it's just not showing up that good. I'm going to make it a little bit darker. Okay. You know what? And while I'm up here, because I almost forgot to add a few ripples up here, I do like to add at least one ripple line to the top as well. Uh-oh. I got a hair. There we go. And I'm going to add two up top to this one. The first one's going to be really thin. All right. I'm still going to add a little bit of this up top too. Okay. And I think that's it. I've got a few little ripples up here. And this is the overall look of how it has turned out. All right, so don't forget, once I completely finish this project, I will go ahead and add a video. I'll add a quick little like short. It'll probably be a short to give you a really good close-up of the way that this turned out so that you can see that. Michelle says, very nice. Thank you so much, Michelle. And that's it. Ripples are that easy, you guys, when you are using this product. Now, there are a lot of other ways to make ripples in lakes. You can use Mod Podge. If you use Mod Podge, make sure you get the gloss. Do not get the matte because your ripples will look like they're not water. It'll look like something weird is just sitting on top of your lake. But you can use a thick amount of Mod Podge. Take a straw and blow your ripples out. They give you a more flatter, rippled appearance. I do personally like to use this product only because it allows you to have thicker waves, and I like the look of the thicker wave, especially when the water is placed in an area of your village that's not close to the front. It's going to stand out a little bit more if your lake is in the middle of your village or towards the back. It just allows for still good visibility wherever you put the piece to see all of the beautiful details. But it's just a personal preference. Hey, Faye, good morning. How are you? Faye hopped on, says at CVS when this popped up. Oh, you were at CVS when it popped up. I didn't miss this. Oh, that's so awesome. I'm so glad you were able to make it on today. So that's all I have for you guys today. I will be finishing out the snow on this. I have a couple more that I have to just do. I'm gonna bang out over the weekend, get it done. This platform will go up on Etsy for sure by next week if any of you are interested. But I just really wanted to hop on, at least show you some of the things that I do because I know I've been MIA for a little while. So thank you guys for hanging with me and still coming back and being patient through that process. And I did hear and read all of your comments because I know for those of you who are just subscribers and not members, you really didn't get an opportunity to see me put together my 2023 Christmas Village. I did have plans to go back and show everyone else some of the other details and some of the projects. I never got around to editing those videos and getting them out to you guys because it was a very busy time. So I am going to try to get more videos out to you this year. I do have some help lined up to help me with the editing side of things so that you guys can see what I'm doing for this year. So if all pans through like it's supposed to, let me say that, I will get more out to you. If not, you can catch these live streams when I do something like this when I'm working on my village, because otherwise I might not have an opportunity to post. So with that being said, I think everybody's up to date on all of what's going on with me in the channel and what you can expect going forward. Michelle says, with the aluminum foil, do you put sealant down before the foil? Yes, I do put a layer of Mod Podge down first, let that completely dry, and then I use Mod Podge again and glue the aluminum foil down. So that's it, you guys. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comment section of this video. I will be uploading what I said I would upload to the description box of this video right after we're done here. But you can always comment anytime, and I'm still checking those and getting back with you all. So until I see you again, stay safe. God bless you. And I will see you in the next video that I post. Bye.